The Bobby J. Fowler Award is the most prestigious award presented by the International Code Council. The award honors the memory of the first chairman of the ICC Board of Directors. The 2013 recipient of the Bobby J. Fowler Award is Henry Green. Earlier in the week, you got to know a little about Henry during a video at our opening session. Henry, and I am proud to call him a longtime friend and colleague, is president of the National Institute of Building Sciences. He served as an ICC and BOCA board president. Henry presided as president of ICC during my first year of service on the board. He is a former executive director of the Michigan Bureau of Construction Codes. Henry is known for his consensus building skills, executive leadership, and management abilities. He is an honorary AIA member and an honorary ICC member in recognition of his decades-long career in building sciences and building safety. At the National Institute of Building Sciences, Henry performs the kind of work that has distinguished him as a champion of the building industry. Henry has spent his career supporting the values that are embraced by the International Code Council and continues to be a national advocate for the promulgation and enforcement of building safety regulations. Please join me in welcoming Henry Green, the 2013 Bobby J. Fowler Award recipient.
First of all, wow. Angela told me to be short. So, and as you know, Henry loves the microphone. This is an honor that, for me, is unparalleled in my career. Going back even the days when I was at the Bureau of Construction Codes, starting out as a young inspector, responsible for manufactured housing inspections for a while. It's been a career that I can only tell you that it's been fascinating. That's the only word I can say that describes it. To the members of the award committee, the International Code Council Board of Directors, the members of this organization, and the staff of ICC, I want to thank you for this recognition. I am very gratified and humbled by this honor. I have to thank a number of people who have been my mentors and colleagues throughout my career, without whom I would not be here today to receive this recognition. Often you get in trouble when you start singling out individuals, and I've watched this over the years. So at the risk of committing an omission, I want to recognize folks collectively for their contribution to my life. It includes the board of directors upon which I've served, all the colleagues that I've sat at the table with to talk about issues that we had so many years to bring about change. I also want to thank the members of this organization who have actually supported me and have actually put up with me while I was doing moderating too, which, by the way, John, is so much fun. Every endeavor that I've ventured into in my career, people have supported the activities. Many of you out there that have helped me, you know who you are. It wouldn't be right for me to single out just a couple of people, so I won't do that. I also want to acknowledge and thank the members of my staff back at the Bureau of Construction Codes in the state of Michigan, because without them I wouldn't have been able to do this work, because they took care of things at home. They actually understood the value of the participation I was giving when I went out and did work voluntarily. I also want to thank the staff at the Institute for their continued support for me to continue to do this kind of work that I've been able to accomplish over the years. And it also should go without saying, but it is to be said, that I want to thank the many leaders from the state of Michigan, both elected and appointed members who supported me in my career. And also, I have to thank my board of directors at the National Institute of Building Sciences. And it's real interesting, tonight, there are probably 5 of my board members that are here. And guess what? They're all members of ICC. So there's a real connection between the Institute and ICC that is unparalleled. And we carry the message that codes are worth their value in every community. And it comes from the organization that is a bit unbiased. And for those of you who don't know much about the National Institute of Building Sciences, just if I can digress just for a moment, it's an organization that was created 40 years ago. It is an organization that was in fact created by Congress to fill a void that said that we needed to talk about what's going on in this country with respect to building and construction regulations, and how do we build better, how do we build stronger, how do we put together a nation that is more resilient. Now, they didn't use the word resilient back in 1973, but I want to tell you that that meaning was still there when they talked about it, and that's what we're striving to do today. This award would not be possible for me to have without one special person that's in my life. You know, I always get a little bit misty when I talk about this lady, but I'm going to tell you what, she's my love, she's my girl, and darling, I love you. There is another lady that I really need to thank that's been with me since I actually moved from Michigan. Actually, my first term as president at ICC. And after I got the job in Washington, D.C., I asked her, I said, well, Holly, how'd you like to move to Washington? And Holly has been with me ever since my term as president at ICC, and she continues to make sure that I get to the right place at the right time with the right stuff. And Holly couldn't be with us this evening, but I just want her to know that I absolutely appreciate everything that she does for me, and I need to acknowledge that because, again, without that kind of support, I couldn't have achieved these goals. I also want to leave with you just a couple of other things that I think are appropriate when we start talking about the Bobby Fowler Award. It's in recognition of his vision and his drive. Bobby instilled in all of us that kind of effort that we should put forward to make sure that this country is safe. And if you really think about it, we're the legacy of Bobby Fowler. It is for his vision that we actually continue to do this work. So we shouldn't forget the wisdom and the vision that he set for us when we start going out and we start developing and applying codes and standards that make this nation great. We must also continue to serve our citizens of our communities and around the world by not forgetting that the goal that we have is to make this place better than when we found it. ICC, you've come a long way in 10 years. But you know what? The job's not done yet. We have more to do, and collectively, we can get there. Winning this award for me just places me in a group of leaders that have preceded me that are exemplify the kind of goals and efforts that every member of this organization should strive to achieve. Greatness. We should be great in our communities. We should be great in our states. We should be great in this country in terms of making it safe. We have one other task, too, that I think Bobby would absolutely demand that we do. And that is that we have to encourage and mentor the next generation of leaders. And I am so gratified to see a number of folks who are now coming into their own in this leadership of this organization. And to them, it is just my heartfelt thanks and appreciation for what they're doing and what they're achieving and what their drive is. So keep up the good work. To the newly elected Board of Directors and to your new CEO, who goes back to the days, and I'll tell you just a little side story about Dominic. We actually had a conversation in Las Vegas, Nevada, the first board meeting. And Dominic said, "Man, I'm looking for you to help me." And I said, "You got it. And Dominic, you still have it. I'll help you any way I can." Best wishes to you and this organization over the years to come. And finally, there is one other thanks that I have to give, and that is to the God that I serve. No person achieves greatness without blessings, and each of us should ask for blessings every day. And what else we should do is we should share those blessings with everyone that's around us, because every blessing that you give, you'll get those back tenfold. God bless you, and have a great evening. I think they want me to continue talking. I don't know.
They're agreed. That's you.
That's me.
This is all scripted, folks. Henry, come on. Sorry I didn't present you the award before, but congratulations. Henry, our best wishes to you, Angela, and your family. Congratulations again.
Well, I'm honored to receive this award because of the namesake, Bob Fowler, because Bob was a leader in this industry. He provided us guidance. He was the charge to get the codes rolled into one set of codes in this country. And to follow the people that actually won this award, who have won this award, is really an honor. Because I know most of the people that have won this award. I know all of the people that have won this award. And they're my colleagues, and they're my mentors, and they're my teachers. My greatest accomplishment in terms of my lifestyle and my life has been one to be a good father. I think that being a role model as a father makes you work harder in the industry, makes you work harder in your profession so that you can show an example. So if I had to say what is my best job or my best role that I've ever had, that's being a mentor and a father and a guiding force for young people to grow up. As a mentor, or as a guiding force, if you will, the real chore that we have is to make sure that the people that follow us have the tools and the skills that they need to assume the roles that we have. We're not going to be here forever, so we have to prepare young people for these roles. And as a mentor, it's our job to give them the kind of skills that they need to carry on this work. Sometimes people say that code officials actually save lives, and they want to know, what did you do today to save someone? Well, I did a plan review, I did an inspection. The building didn't fall down, the building didn't burn up. Our job is not one of a fire official or a first responder that runs into a building and saves someone or extricates them from a car, or a policeman that thwarts a theft. Our job is to make sure that the built environment is safe and free from hazards that people could in fact fall victim to. Those hazards can actually kill lives. So every day that I do my job, it saves lives. Each day when I get up and I think about coming to work here at the National Institute of Building Sciences, it is, how can I help achieve a better country? What can I do that's going to improve the built environment? How can I help someone achieve their goals? That's the motivation that I have. And to work with the great people in this industry. I have a unique role here at the Institute by being able to work with probably some of the most learned minds in the construction industry. I get to work with educators, engineers, architects, contractors, material suppliers, product manufacturers, across the board. I get to work with these folks. And I get to work with some of the greatest volunteers in the country that help develop some of the most unique standards that we have in the codes and in our ability to construct safe buildings. The relationship that the National Institute of Building Sciences has with the International Code Council, as well as the other code writing and standards writing organizations, is very good. I don't think there's a week that goes by that I'm not interacting with someone from ICC or the other model code organizations. As a career, participation in code development has been very good for me. It's been able to help me in terms of understanding the elements of safety. I've made some great friends. The colleagues that I have helped me throughout my career. So participation in code development is important from the standpoint of understanding how we apply codes, where they come from, and what causes them to be in place. Because if you understand those things, it's easier to articulate that information to people who don't understand codes. Being a member of ICC has provided me the opportunity to meet with some of the greatest professionals in the code administration business. It's giving me the guidance to be able to carry the job that I have today. At the end of the day, when you take a look back at what you've accomplished during the day, if you've done your job, if you were able to assist someone in terms of responding to a question or resolving an issue that they have with respect to the application of codes or a building issue, that's a successful day. And you have a part in that. You're part of the construction team. I want to thank the folks for this award, first of all, and for the acknowledgement of the work that I've done. But if nothing else, if I could be an example for anyone to carry out the work that we were able to do in terms of saving lives, of making sure our built environment is safe, that's my goal, that's my chore, and that's what I hope to leave with me.